Hey guys, welcome to the Big Talk with Austin. Thank you for Isaac and Mike from the Slice of Life for joining me for this episode. Their podcast will be linked down below, especially their Instagram. So go check them out. They've been on multiple times, so I appreciate all that you guys have been coming on for and all that. First of all, I'd like to say sorry for not uploading on this podcast or doing any episodes of the podcast. I'm really trying. It's really hard to get people, so I'm gonna just upload whenever I can until I can get on a regular basis with new people or just returning people. I I'm really trying over here, and so and this won't be uploaded on a Monday. This will be uploaded on a not Tuesday, but a Thursday. So there'll be parts in the so there will be won't be things in this episode that has happened, like the Kenobi trailer, which is one of the things that we talk about, but not the trailer. It's more of the announcement of the show. So yeah, there's things missing, and it's kind of messy right now. So it's more of topics that I want to talk about that have happened over the past couple of weeks and all of that. So that's all fun and all. So I'm gonna try to get back on a regular basis with this. I really enjoy doing this. It's just really hard to just plan things out with other people, and my camera's freaking out. All right, so I don't know what was going on with my camera. It was going on longer than I expected it to. So I stopped talking. So that's basically my excuse, or not excuse, more of a reasoning to tell you guys. So hopefully you guys understand, but hopefully still guys enjoyed the episode and the topics that we talk about, and our thoughts. And there's a couple of really new ones also in there that happened exactly at the time that we were recording that, just because of certain topics that we thought we weren't going to get done I thought there would be a lot longer discussion, but turns out to like a 40-minute episode turned to an hour. I don't really like to keep these really short. I want to keep these long for you guys, and more entertainment and more news. So anyway, let's just get right into the episode. The Kenobi premiere release date is out.
Oh yes.
We've got a poster. I don't know if we got any new posters, but we got one poster from I've seen.
Looks nice. Yeah, the sand dunes and everything, and the sky in the background with the sunset. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And the release date is May 25th. A lot of rumors was May 4th, which which would have been perfect. But May 25th is the anniversary though for Star Wars, I believe.
Oh, okay. So they did use something to have that with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. And I believe they have an event before that. Isn't there usually like a Star Wars event on the 24th of May as well? I think there is.
So. I know they've got a bunch of events around that time.
And so it's I'm happy at least that we have a release date. May is my birthday month, so I'm happy.
Very nice.
There you go.
So
happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
So I have something to look forward to and all that. Yeah. What do you guys have theories for the Kenobi series? We know that Hayden Christensen will be in it.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yep. I just saw that Joel Edgerton is going to be in there too, and I'm wondering what character he'll play.
And Kumail Nanjiani, who's a comedian.
Yeah, and so they have some interesting names in there, and I'm excited to
I'm just hoping that it doesn't turn out like the Book of Boba Fett, because it's just
can we talk about that just a little bit? Did you already have a podcast episode on that? Or
I reviewed it on the channel, but I never had a podcast of it. I've been trying. I asked Ryan from Rant to do it.
Yep.
And no response.
Okay.
I don't think he wants to anyways.
It's pretty brutal. I heard. I haven't even seen it. I didn't even watch it.
I watched the whole thing. And
I'll say this. I was enjoying it at the beginning. There was people that didn't like it at first. I was like complaining about certain things. Like, yeah, I can let that slide. But the Tusken Raider stuff, I was really enjoying. Mm-hmm, but then that just gets killed off and goes nowhere with the show. Besides makes Boba Fett a little baby throughout the whole entire show.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did not like how they just pivoted halfway through the season. Spoilers, but into like Mandalorian stuff, because then it just didn't even become Boba's show anymore.
And that's
and
another
it's like it's just a cash grab at that
Mhm.
point. They're like, oh wait, we gotta like throw in Mandalorian to get the audience back in or whatever, and just throw that in there. And it added nothing to Boba Fett's story.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the one episode. He wasn't even in episode.
he had
I
a
think it was
cameo in his
5 or
own
something.
he had a cameo in his own show
Yeah,
in one of
yeah,
those.
for like 2 seconds. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, even though I really like those episodes, I honestly hate them because they ruined the Book of Boba Fett. It shows that you can make good stuff, but they just decided not to do anything with Boba Fett. It's like,
Yeah,
well, we
I
brought
get that.
back Boba Fett, so I guarantee people are going to want a show. So let's just do this to get it out of the way. It just felt like something to placehold for the. It's the same thing with like Jurassic World, which is another topic we'll talk about. It's They wanted to make the first 2 ones to make the one that they really wanted was Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah.
And so it's like
to get to the finale. Yeah.
And so and I feel bad for the Mandalorian because it's going to confuse a lot of people, because whoever didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett is not going to understand the beginning of the Mandalorian unless they do a big recap.
Yeah,
and
really big recap. They'd have to really throw in a lot of stuff in that.
And it also kind of ruins the ending of the second season. It's like, oh, okay, there's going to be a huge conflict. No, 1 episode done. All right, well, cool.
Yeah,
that was we wasted 2 seasons to get.
Yeah, and I liked the villain in Boba Fett, but he was in it for like
campaign,
like one episode, one and a half episodes.
I can't get past his look, live action look. I hated it.
Okay.
I was like, from a far distance, like, okay, that looks good, but his nose was really bothering me. Like it was too plushy,
too bulbous.
Yeah, it looked too much like a human face. And it was
I see.
Like a whoopee cushion was taped onto his nose.
Yeah, and
the opposite of Voldemort.
Yeah,
his nose
was a lot
inflated.
worse. But I'm glad that they got the voice actor to do it. But then they hinted that they kill him off. Hopefully they faked it and all that. And it's like he's not dead, because that really got me on my nerves. But so looking forward to Obi-Wan. Disney stuff hasn't been really great. Hawkeye sucks. It was awful.
Yeah. There was
I've never liked Disney. I think they're a bunch of cash grabbing people.
Michael, you talked about that.
Words. I am egregiously appalled by their lack of care for the core content of what
makes a movie good.
What makes a quality movie, a quality film.
What about No Way Home? You didn't like that? Is Marvel separate though from Disney?
Austin, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Disney
tell him that you haven't seen it.
I haven't even seen No Way Home.
He hasn't seen No Way Home.
I know. And here's the thing. I know everyone loves it, but I have made a thing on our podcast because I am no longer attached to Disney, because they have hurt me so many times that yes, they may have come out with a really good movie called No Way Home.
They haven't messed up Marvel. They messed up Star Wars, but not Marvel.
Well, I mean, I would say they're going downhill.
Austin. Give it time.
Like Eternals,
I know that Marvel will go downhill after Endgame, but they're still great.
They still have some really good standalone movies. Yeah, I agree. I love. Yeah. So they're kind of. I can see that. Like they're kind of going downhill, but once in a while they'll have a great movie still. Like No Way Home, which I loved.
Or Doctor Strange just came out too. The new trailer for Doctor Strange came out.
Who knows? That could be good.
Coming out 5 days after my birthday. It's
literally very cool.
So
you're gonna have a lot of good shows and movies coming out around your birthday.
May is a big upcoming this year.
See, here's the thing about Marvel, though. I gotta defend myself so that the Austin's fans will not attack us.
Attack you, not me.
Attack me. Yeah, Isaac is holding no liability. Yeah. I think that I left Marvel right when it was at its peak. Like they tell you to buy low and sell high, and I sold right at the peak. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more times where it's really good, but it will never be to the greatness that Endgame was. And I just put the towel in. I'm like, you know what? We're good now. I'm done.
And because Faggy said that would be not even 10 years for the MCU now. It'll be like 5 years for this next phase. Or something that they're doing. Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
But it's supposed to be way shorter than the previous phases that they've done, like of like how many movies are
the director said that, or for the creator, or
Favreau, no, not Favreau, Kevin Feige.
Favreau did the
sorry, what?
Kevin Feige said that
gotcha.
that this next phase, like this next, well, I don't know how many phases that they're doing, but this next upcoming stuff that they're going to do is going to be a lot shorter than the previous stuff that they did. So it won't be like 20 movies.
Sure.
And so
we'll see. Sure. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I mean, I don't know.
That'll be stiff. That'll be tough to.
You think they'll stop after this, or would they keep going? Like, take a break and next reboot it again for some reason? Or
these
something.
kinds of people, they never take breaks.
They just keep trying to make more and more of the same thing.
They just keep pounding out the same stuff.
I gotta say though, since we're kind of talking about Marvel, I do want to mention that the Batman movie just came out, and I'm sure you did. You
I saw it. Get out of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw that, and I saw it Wednesday, so I got the early viewing of it. Didn't get a chance to review it until yesterday. Yeah. At this recording. So I think I like it, but it's not as great as people are saying it is.
Because people are hyping it up to like the level of Dark Knight.
It's like B minus C plus material. Sure. And so I just didn't fall in love with the Riddler's plan. I was like, oh yeah, that's just generic. I was expecting
you like more of the Marvel movies then?
I give every movie a fair chance. That's sure. And so, and I was going in for like, because I love detective movies, and so I really love the detective work in it, but I felt the clues very weak, and they kind of go nowhere when you think about it. It's like, I really don't want to go into spoilers though.
We don't. That's okay.
I'm trying to describe it the way that I did in the review.
For the fans listening, we won't spoil anything. Spoiler alert.
I was just expecting a darker meaning to the whole reason of the Riddler instead of I'm just going to do it for the sake of it type of deal.
Sure.
And so,
sure. Yeah.
What did you guys think of it? While we're talking about
The Dark Knight
the Batman.
It's practically both the same.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was fun.
I thought the soundtrack was incredible. Yeah. The cinematography was insane. Whoa. Like I love the orange and yellow colors that they use. The hues throughout the film, and then that of course that one shot. This is shown in the trailer, so no spoilers. But the Penguin when he's like looking out of his car, and then it flips the camera view so it shows Batman from the Penguin's view upside down or whatever.
Did you know how much money that it made already? It made like over $128 million.
Yeah,
wow. Let's go.
I'm glad. I'm happy about
it's showing
because they worked so hard on it. I thought,
and it's also showing that WB to tell them, hey, we're done with the DCU. Let it go. Let's just do the solo stuff. And I think maybe another 10 years come back to it and they try to
shelve it.
They're good at that stuff. They should just keep doing these standalones because Joker was a great movie.
It was
a great standalone film. Yeah, and very depressing. I don't know if I could see it again.
A sequel.
We'll see where that goes.
And the thing is that like DC was always the darker one, and I think that when they try to because with like the DC.
Well, I think the problem was with Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder was the real problem.
That was tough.
The Schneider.
Like I like his cut, but I don't think I think Matt Reeves is a lot better.
I do too.
But at the same time, Matt Reeves doesn't want to do any of that because it's like confusing to him.
So which I mean,
he even said no to doing an MCU movie because of how
I heard about
interconnected and I get it.
Yeah. He was like, I don't think I could do it justice if they're throwing me in like in this for this one movie and he has to tie in all these characters. It's like that's not how he works.
And he didn't even do justice the Justice League, which is the weird part about that too. He failed at even the Justice League.
Wait. Which
I don't know. I was just making a
Snyder
Justice League. Yeah.
Oh yes. Well, Snyder. Yeah. He.
People. I know people are gonna hate us for just saying that Snyder is.
Well, there's an internet meme about bring back the Zach Fleck. What's it called?
What was it? The Batman or Ben Affleck's Batman.
Ben
So
Affleck's
what is it? What? How did
Ben
Bat
Affleck
Flick.
doesn't Ben Affleck doesn't want to do it in general. Ben
Well,
Affleck
I didn't want him to be it. I was like, why are you Batman? Stop.
I mean, like that. Clearly, that role wasn't meant for him because it brought so much trauma to him in general.
Yeah, and he's a brick. Let's be real. He's just like a solid guy. You know, he seems like a strong, burly dude. Not a lot of like depth. You know what I'm saying?
But there's depth to Robert Pattinson. There's dark history with his, what's going on with him. What's it called? Twilight.
Oh yeah. Edward
Cullen. That's the reason why he became Batman. So you started as a vampire, turned into a bat.
Yeah. He slowly did more, and you know what? From vampire to now bat, and then eventually he'll just be like
going to turn into next?
A cave. He'll be a cave. He'll be part of the earth. He'll be an earth dweller. He'll
just become
his development of things. But actually, I do think he did act really well. Like I was really worried he was going to be super nutty.
I thought there was going to be a lot of Bruce Wayne parts in the movie. And I'm glad there wasn't because I don't like his version of Bruce Wayne. I mean, it's better than what I thought, but I don't like. He has this punky look to him.
He looks like My Chemical Romance kind of a thing.
Like from like 1980s or something.
Yeah.
And it's like taking place in, I guess nowadays. I don't know. It wasn't very clear on what time period it was.
That's true.
Jurassic World Dominion first trailer revealed. This was a long time ago. It was like February 10th. But it's a topic I still want to talk about. Jurassic World. Jurassic Park, my favorite movie of all time. Number one. I am reviewing every single Jurassic Park movie leading up to the new one.
Nice.
Okay, very nice.
Which one are you on right now?
I think it was like 2 weeks ago that I reviewed The Lost World. So this month I'll be reviewing Jurassic Park 3. Which that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so I like the first Jurassic World. I think it's enjoyable and watchable. The second one, I don't want to even bother.
Sure.
For at least watch the first half. Second half's awful.
Is that the most recent one? The second one, right?
That's what. The Fallen Kingdom.
Yep, Fallen Kingdom. Yep.
And so
that came out so long ago.
Oh my goodness,
it's crazy.
25 years. It's on its 25th.
I feel like that was like decades ago when they released that movie.
Yeah.
And so
lots happened since then.
I wasn't really too much excited for the third one, but when they said that they're bringing back the original cast and seeing them in the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm on board. But the one problem I have with this, if no innocent people die, my sense like that's already ruined the movie because I have a huge problem with there not being tension. If the only people are dying are the bad guys, what's the point?
You want blood. You want to see blood flowing in the streets.
But we're gonna have those people that complain about a girl that got flung in the air on the Jurassic World one and and died and she's like, and like one of the most complaints out of that movie is because of that random assistant girl dying, and so they're saying like she didn't do anything. It's like, do you think a dinosaur is going to care?
Yeah, no, dinosaurs actually do not care on anything. Right?
They don't kill anybody.
The ultimate person. They don't care what gender, creed, sexual orientation. They don't care. They will eat anybody and kill anyone. To be honest,
unless they have like human brains at this point, but the cloning thing from the second one, they might.
Yeah, you never know. Now they'll be like Autobots from Transformers.
They're going to be smart dinos. Yeah, they're going to start talking soon.
They're actually made the new iPhone. The iPhone Dino, the iDino.
Well, I guess while we're on the Jurassic Park topic, I don't know how recent this was, but I don't, and if I even talk about it, Vin Diesel or Chris Pratt wanted to do a crossover with Fast and the Furious and Jurassic Park.
Oh yes, I heard.
I don't know how recent that was, and even Brie Larson came out saying like, I want a Marvel crossover with Fast and the Furious. I'm like,
you know what I think this is? I think they have realized that ultimately all of these movies are just like Jurassic World and Fast and Furious are just kind of trashy, watching them
I stopped
together.
Liking Fast and Furious after 5.
Right, they've made too many, and like even with Jurassic World, like I'm not too confident on the future of this franchise. I mean, like they've already done it.
And there's a comment saying that this isn't the end of like the franchise, like this
really?
Is the end of this going. But I am like, no, stop. We don't need spin-offs. We don't quit with spin-offs. Like, why does everything have to have spin-offs or what? If you want to make a dinosaur movie, that's fine, but don't put the Jurassic name on it.
You know what I think? Yeah, I think at some point this would be an interesting topic at some point to figure out. I'm sure a research report. Like, I'm sure somewhere along the line, the sequel became popular because it never used to be. And then all of a sudden, people started realizing, wait a second, we can make a ton of money just like repackaging the same thing over and over again.
As long as they've got the old actors back too. I mean, they got Sam Neill back, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I mean,
they didn't get the kids back,
and that's the sad thing. It's like,
unless the kids have a cameo, unless they have a cameo, but I highly doubt it.
But yeah, it's true. It's like, why are they doing that? They're just throwing in old actors again. And
this is what I want to happen.
Kind of like Ghostbusters when that happened too.
This is what I want to happen. I want everyone to die besides the original cast and Chris Pratt. Everyone else can die. Claire. I want to see that I want to see that cable kid that did the wiring. Oh, in the second one, die. Literally the first scene, just die. Like literally, like they literally like the scene. I guarantee the movie's gonna start at the mansion. So if the movie starts at the mansion, I want to see that kid just walk out the front doors, get eaten, and next like, all right, good job. I'm happy.
Applaud. Yeah, they'll be good. If a Bronchiosaurus just swallows them whole,
and the kid and honestly, the kid will get paid just to die. So I mean, like, who cares?
I'd do that. I'd audition. Hey, you're gonna.
I would do that too. I'd sign up for that. Be like, okay, I don't care if I die in the movie.
Didn't Chris Pratt do like I forget what it was. He did something insane. Like, if you donate the most money, you can be in the movie. And like you might be like eaten by a dinosaur or something.
Oh yeah,
it's like for like a charity or something.
That'd be kind of fun.
So I was like, you know what?
Wait, you could buy a dinosaur?
Well, no,
you can act in the movie. You can be a cameo.
Heavens. Like I'm like, buy a dinosaur. Wait, didn't we watch these? You know, that is a new topic. Have you heard about that?
What?
People they figured out. They are
this.
Getting really close to like Jurassic Park things.
I hope not.
Seriously, it's like
we're
it's
screwed.
like making like more of those like ancient creatures, and people have literally pointed to Jurassic Park and been like, "Guys, we already went over this. Like, this is why we don't do this."
It's a terrible idea. Aren't we in like Can we clone animals? Is that like a thing we can do?
Starting to. Yeah, I think they're. I mean. I don't think it's perfect, but like I think they're definitely.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with it's what's it called again?
So
don't we clone dogs or something like breed?
Yeah, yep. There's countries that do that.
And there's that program. What's it called? Grinder? What's it called? What's that thing with the sheep clone each other? Dolly.
I don't.
Called? There's a thing. Wait.
There's a machine that clones them.
Yes.
That's freaky.
It's a machine, and they did it with sheep. And there's a sheep called Dolly, which is a complete clone. They have it in like Korea, where you can actually clone your dead dog. Make the exact copy.
It's creepy,
and it has the memory. I doubt
no,
it.
Not memory, but it looks almost exactly the same, which is freaky.
I don't.
But they have found some dinosaur embryos. That
I hope Elon Musk just gets whatever project.
CRISPR.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Elon Musk, help us.
What a name.
Elon Musk will help us. And he probably wouldn't bring the dinosaurs back because they're afraid that we're going to start an all-out dinosaur war.
Well, I think people are afraid of World War III and like all that.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping that Elon Musk, whatever project he's working on right now gets done so we can just leave this planet and let all the idiots stay here and do whatever they want.
Which planet are you going to? Which one do you want to go to?
I'll go to Mars. I mean,
you want to go to Mars? What if I can't live on another one?
You can't live on any other planet. But I mean, like they have mentioned that there's habitable planets outside of our solar system, but by the time you get there, you're not going to be alive.
What if I can convince you for a moon on Jupiter?
Well, wouldn't the gravity kill you though?
I don't know.
Maybe we're getting really scientific here.
I mean, if it's possible, sure. I mean, Jupiter is pretty cool, and waking up every morning and seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you're on Tatooine.
Yeah.
A Star Wars reference, bringing it back to what we were talking about.
Well, speaking of Disney stuff, Netflix pulled their Marvel TV shows, and so at this time of this article, we didn't know.
They did. Okay.
At this time of this article, we didn't know if they're going to go to Disney Plus or Hulu or what, but they're coming to Disney Plus.
Wow.
And there will be a parenting protection on it.
So there'll be two separate things. You have, which I believe I've talked about this before on the podcast, and you guys might have been a part of that episode.
Mhm.
They will have a kids section for Disney Plus, and they will have a parents section for Disney Plus.
Because I was gonna say, I was like, Daredevil and all these other ones are definitely not kid friendly.
Very dark, very
and
dark.
very Daredevil.
So that
is
means
extremely
they could
violent.
bring Deadpool over to Disney Plus, and Logan and all that.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
And I'm surprised that and the Wolverine isn't on Disney Plus. I'm surprised about that because it's not even, it's on Hulu.
Oh yeah, that's true. What? Oh, did Hulu just get a deal for like they could have it for a certain amount of time?
Oh, Disney owns Hulu,
Disney
so it doesn't make it.
Oh
difference.
yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
So I mean,
do you think Disney is going to be broken up at some point?
What do you mean?
Question marks, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you mean, like a band?
Much.
Like the Beatles?
No, I mean like the trains back in the day, like the train systems got broken up because of all the monopolies. Like Disney owns almost everything now.
Yeah.
I don't think they can buy anything. I think if they try to buy Spider-Man, the government would be like, nope.
At some point, is the government going to be like, hey, you own too much. You're being too mean. You make terrible movies nowadays. Get out of here.
I mean, if the more that Disney buys, the more money they make, doesn't mean the government makes more money?
Not necessarily. I mean, Disney. They
this is why I don't want to be part of the law or anything like that. It's too confusing.
Yeah. But that's interesting. So they're making a kids section and then a parents or adult
there'll be like
section.
there will be like a password on it, so kids can't get into it.
Adults only.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
that's interesting.
I think we've been asking for out of Disney to do.
Yeah.
So it's happy that they're doing it.
That they're expanding
okay
shows that and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Uncharted director is working on a Jack and Daxter adaptation, which Uncharted came out 2 weeks ago, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is have you guys seen Uncharted?
I haven't yet. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, and it's okay for what it is.
Okay.
I think that it felt a little wonky, but for a gaming adaptation, it's one of the okay ones. It's way better than like Mortal Kombat that just came out.
Oh yeah.
So I don't really play. I don't think I played a Jack and Daxter game. So have you guys played any of those games?
I haven't played a lot. Yeah, I don't know, Michael. What about you?
I don't even know what this game is. Jack and Daxter. I'm looking it up right now.
So they're making So
it looks like a horrible game that I would never play, and I will not watch the movie.
It says TV show or movie adaptation, so they don't know. It's in an early production.
Okay.
But Disney, not Disney, but Sony is putting out a bunch of stuff with game adaptations. We have
I like Sony. I think Sony should pump out more movies just to compete with Disney. For goodness
I agree.
sake.
Oh yeah, for sure. Better than what Universal is doing. What Universal put out recently?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything from them.
Yeah,
don't they own Warner Bros. Or no?
No, that would be a monopoly for sure.
You think so? Universal movies.
That would be way too big.
But yeah, I don't know. Uncharted though, I mean, I know Tom Holland is good in kind of any role he plays, but I don't know. It's true. It's those video game adaptations into movies are just like, I don't know. It's hard to make a good one out of those.
Oh, the Jurassic World is Universal.
Yeah.
Okay. So Universal is kind of coming out with stuff. I don't know. It's true. Nope. I'm excited for that one.
What's his name?
I saw that trailer.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele's.
Did you say Peele's? I love
Jordan Peele. Sing 2.
I don't know.
Sing 2. Yeah, that's right. I forgot they did animation.
I don't think they want to. I think they were just forced to.
But when you think of Sing 2, you don't think of Universal. You think of what's their studio? I forget their studio
Illumination.
name. Illumination. Yeah, you think of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's
Yeah, I mean, it's like something that came up upon. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
McDonald's. McDonald's is kind of doing something interesting. McDonald's wants to do McDonald's flies trademark for metaverse-based via virtual restaurants.
Yeah, a virtual restaurant McDonald's. Now, normally,
be crazy.
Back when in my day, and I'm an old man now.
Oh, don't say that, Mike. You're not that.
I'm
don't make it sound like you're
172. No, back in my day, we had what's called restaurants where we ate food. We would go to this place that sold the food, and we would buy the food. And you know what? We would even sometimes eat the food at the restaurant.
How is that?
Yeah. And now we're gonna go to another virtual place and not even eat food.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Like, this is weird stuff. Like, it says they're filing trademark applications for virtual goods, services, and even virtual restaurants and cafes. Services? What does that mean? Does that mean you could work in VR and get paid for it?
Well, I think what they're doing is that they will project you there in the restaurant.
Yeah.
While you're in your heads, while you're in like your VR setup. Yeah. And actually order from your VR.
Oh, and then they would send the food to your door or something like that in real life. Yeah. Okay,
that would be the dumbest thing I've heard.
That would be so. I don't get that.
I think it would be you drive to a McDonald's for Pete's sake. There's like one on every corner. What are you doing?
You're already asking to be lazy as it is. So I mean, might as well go to McDonald's. But I think it'd be cool to use once, but never use again.
Yeah. I go on a road trip.
Try it once.
I drive. I go get like I'm 2 hours in the middle of nowhere.
We'll be able to teleport.
You know what I see? I see a McDonald's at the place. Every place has a McDonald's.
Yeah, you could really go anywhere and find a McDonald's.
In the world?
You don't need.
It wouldn't even matter for like the travel at this point. We'll be able to teleport like a road trip. You just can travel to California. You can just teleport there.
I wish I could right now. My goodness.
Speaking of VR. PSVR 2 headset has been fully released, not released, but their picture of it has been released to the public, and it looks pretty cool. And so there's a couple of features that we'll be able to get with it, and people are speculating of the price for it, and so the speculation of the price will be like around $400 to $500, which is
that's not bad. That's
not bad. But I was talking to a couple of friends, and they're saying like that's an awful price. I'm like, how's that awful price? It's like you're gonna have to buy the console and the headset. It's like, yeah, and
so it'll only work for PS5, right?
Yes.
Okay, Austin, that's
Austin,
smart.
You're missing the point. You can go to McDonald's when you buy $500 of this thing. You could go to McDonald's and hang out with somebody.
In VR.
Pardon me. In VR.
Don't forget to say that.
But so I don't get some of the complaints when it comes to like, I have to buy a console. It's like, how do you think it's going to work then? Well, it's like the same thing with a PC. You need a PC to use your VR, but they're like, I just get the Oculus Quest 2. It's like, yeah. And they're like, it's easier. It's cheaper to buy. It's like, you know why it's cheaper to buy? It's lower quality and easier to make. That's why it's cheaper to buy. And they're like, no, it's like, okay, I guess I'm always wrong or something like that.
Here's another thing too. Okay, sign of the times, ladies and gentlemen. If you think that you should be investing in the metaverse, and I have no experience, I do not know anything about the metaverse, so I'm talking completely out of speculation. But I do know a big reason why people are not into VR is because it's very expensive. Like $500 is like expensive. Plus, what you're saying is you have to buy all this stuff.
Yeah, you're basically buying two consoles.
You're like $1,000 in the hole, but once it's said and done, plus you got to get the games and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they really want this thing to go mainstream. They gotta make it like $100 for a VR set. They gotta barely make any money on the VR sets, so they can make money in the VR.
The thing is, a lot of people will get the PS5 for other games outside of VR, and then eventually they'll be like, you know what? It's only $500 for the VR set. Let's just go for that. Because I feel like $400 or $500 is not terrible for a very recent
to have
VR
more
set,
entertainment.
4K.
It's not. Yeah.
No, I agree, but I just don't think metaverse will become like the metaverse where everyone's on it unless you lower the price.
Yeah,
I agree. Too localized.
I agree. I'm not going to get into the metaverse.
PlayStation isn't doing the metaverse thing. They're their own thing.
Yeah, they're just their own.
Give it time. They'll join the bandwagon if someone does. They'll have to.
They hate doing that type of stuff. They're like they're more of they're more of like, indie type of stuff, because there's a lot of indie developers working on VR. That's how the indie developers can get.
We actually have VR. We recently purchased VR
for the PS4.
Yeah, and it didn't work too well at our
we,
place.
We don't
sadly.
have the hand control or the controller.
Well, no,
things.
it's just because we're too close to the TV. I think
true.
the TVs.
There's a lot of bugs. So
you should send it to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Try it up here.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, we'll see where the PS
and
VR goes. I mean,
And the number one complaint is that it's wired. That's like, I'm like, I could care less.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, it's way more powerful if it's wired than wireless, because wireless is a lower quality. Because if it's wireless, you have to worry about connection to it, and that's another problem with the Quest 2, that you're playing off Wi-Fi. That's makes it even lower quality than a normal VR headset.
Yeah.
And so, but people are like, no, you're wrong. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess so.
Austin, you're right.
You're right. Yeah. The wire. I mean, that I don't see why people would be mad if there isn't a wire, or if there is a wire. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I wear my headphones with a wire most of the time. It's like, come on, it's not that bad.
I haven't seen The Wire, the show, but
it's not like you're. It's not like you're gonna have to walk around or anything. You're literally just turning. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
people, I think, are afraid
unless
that
it starts getting into the suit. If PlayStation comes out with a VR suit, then of course they'd have to make the headset.
That would be sick.
Wireless.
That would be next.
Yeah.
That would be next gen VR for sure. Which I think isn't that Array a thing as a suit?
Facebook. Well, yeah, Facebook is developing a suit right now.
I know there's like a track that you can go on and move around.
Oh, there's I've seen some videos on YouTube where they actually have electro stimulation for suits to zap you if you get shot or something in a very contained area. So like if you get shot in your arm, you'll be able to feel pain right in that area.
See, you're gonna have to have padded walls if you do that, because like I would fly backward and like slam on the ground.
It's getting intense. Facebook is they're making progress on that.
Well,
same with the VR gloves.
The PSVR 2 headset is supposed to have like something like the adaptable triggers where you're able to feel like certain things on your head. So say like, not to the extent that people are thinking it is, like, oh, that's going to be annoying. But I'm thinking like maybe if a bullet flies past you, you'd be able to feel like the breeze of the bullet or something like that, like a little vibrate or something.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Like a creepy person is like right up on your face.
Yeah,
just grabs your face. Oh gosh,
think about that.
Take that.
Horror games are going to be so good in VR. I think that's like the prime horror, like where horror really shines.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for VR to upgrade to like its max limit, where it's like 4K. Feels like you're in
supposed to come out with
movie.
We want to die.
OLED.
I would be down to die in VR. It like malfunctions and it actually kills me. Like it shocks me so much that I just die. They'd have to
we would have to have like
they'd have to have a lot of guinea
all times while you play VR.
Yeah. Or a defibrillator nearby.
EA denies blaming Halo Infinite for Battlefield's 2042's problems. Sure, why not, EA? I mean, yeah, that's
now full disclosure, I am an investor in EA, so I cannot
No, you have to complain
too much without bias.
No, you have to complain because you're an investor. You want your money back now.
Oh, do I?
Yes. 100%.
I'm a very humble conversation. Wow.
But like, so I sadly own Battlefield 2042, but I didn't buy it with my money. A friend bought it for me. It's like, so we can play. I was like, you know what? It's your money. Sure, why not? Go for it. I still want a refund, even though it's not my money.
Yeah.
And this complaint that is just makes it even worse about EA's like, it's Halo Infinite's fault for our problems because it's somehow superior to ours. Wow. I just don't get it. EA.
Just they ain't in the game. EA, you're EA Sports.
just quit with the live service stuff. I hate live service in games because it's the mindset of, oh, we'll fix it later. No, fix it the first time and get it right the first time instead of fixing it later. And they're just whatever. I don't get it. EA, enough. All right,
enough's enough.
Now Activision topics. So we're not getting a Call of Duty in 2023, which is honestly really surprising, and I'm happy about, because Call of Duty hasn't been good until since the 2019 Modern Warfare, which is this year's game. Modern Warfare, I don't know, it's basically Modern
37.
Basically, it's the sequel to the 2019 one, which but for next year there will be no Call of Duty game. They're taking a break. They will come back to 2024.
That's good. Sometimes you need a break.
You gotta breathe.
Let it breathe and then come back with a killer game. Once
literally, because it's Call of Duty. They kill.
Yeah.
I've heard. I don't know. The kids are killing.
They need to give. I'm glad, because it gives the developers times and it puts less stress on them. Because with this yearly game stuff, it's just like, oh, all right. Well, what do we got this year? Well, we can copy and paste it. Put different skins and put a blueprint of a different story in there, and that'll be good enough. And I think this is because of Microsoft technically owns them. They don't, well, not at this moment. Until 2023 they fully have control of them. And so I think with them being able to, like, okay, we own you in 2023, we're going to say no Call of Duty games in 2023. And so
we'll take a break, Call of Duty.
Yeah, I get that.
Wait, do they not own them right now, though, in 2023?
They own them, but they're still their individual company.
After 2023, they will be completely part of Microsoft?
Yeah. As well.
Well, that's probably why. Microsoft basically saying, hey, don't make money. Wait till we can make money. Then we can make money.
Yeah.
Then we're down. But I do like it, though, because I do think you do want to take a break.
And hopefully if this one does well, that may give them the idea of maybe we should do it every other year.
Yeah.
Are you a coder yourself? Is that what they?
Yeah. The last Call of Duty I played was Cold War. I didn't buy Vanguard. I didn't even really play Cold War. I maybe played it for a month and I was done. Okay. I just didn't care. I'm more of a story guy now these days.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care about multiplayer, and I get so much crap on about, like, oh, you don't play the multiplayer. It's like, what's wrong with that? Because one of my favorite games is The Last of Us and Uncharted, because they really just focus on the story.
Yeah,
so
those are good. Those are good games. Yeah,
they're very good. I don't think there's really anything else to this topic besides, good job finally doing something good and heading in the right direction.
Yep, I agree.
Beetlejuice 2 is somewhat in development. It's not fully announced. No one is attached to the projects, but if Michael Keaton isn't, and who's in the original cast isn't attached to the project, I don't want it. I don't. It's also really too late. We've seen what happens. We've seen what happens if after 20 years with The Matrix.
Yeah.
We've seen what happens after 20 years of, like, oh yeah, we want to do another sequel now.
It's not a good idea. And I didn't even know that Brad Pitt owned Plan B, which is the production company.
That's his company.
And it's like, why? I mean, come on. I mean,
that's why it's called Plan B. It's Plan Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Do you think, though, do you think he made that decision, or you just think
that's what I was getting at? That's where I was getting. Yeah,
I think because Brad Pitt's a huge ego addict.
You think so, or do you think just like someone that works at his company?
Lisa is, like, from his, like, perspective, I see him, is like, seems like he has a huge ego in some sort of way. But yeah, I mean,
interesting.
I think it would be funny. It's like, Plan Brad Pitt. It's like as a joke or something.
Sure.
But yeah,
have him be Beetlejuice.
Brad the Beetle.
I love Beetlejuice. I love the first one.
But
I don't think I want a sequel. How can you even do a sequel to something like Beetlejuice for one?
Yeah.
What's the story that you're going to go for?
Tim Burton's already so creative. Just like be like, hey, Tim Burton, make us a movie.
I don't even think he's attached to it. I don't even think he's.
Well, then it definitely won't work, because the only reason why Beetlejuice, like, worked as well as it did is because Tim Burton was.
He has a unique mind.
He's got that mind for like the creepy, disturbed, demented kind of style.
What's his recent movie that he's done? Has he done anything recently?
Yeah, he just did one. What was it?
Bullet Train? Which one?
Brad
Pitt?
What am I saying?
Are we talking?
No. Tim Burton. Tim Burton.
Oh. I thought you were. Never mind. I hopped
Burton
in at the
movie.
wrong moment there.
You check out
He just
check
did.
back in.
Yep.
Well, he hasn't come out with any really good ones recently. But he did
Dumbo.
He did do Alice in Wonderland, I think. And let's not forget about Frankenweenie. He did do Dumbo, man.
Yeah,
Dumbo
I heard
sucked.
that was bad.
But no, 2007 was Sweeney Todd, which was really crazy.
I don't think he's really good at those type of stories, but if he does something like Beetlejuice, like, oh yeah, this was my prime, I'll come back to that. Sure, why not? Or something. But again,
wow, Frankenweenie is a sequel. Sorry.
Is it really?
Do we know this?
Frankenweenie is a sequel?
Frankenweenie is a reboot of another movie called Frankenweenie that was made in 1984, also directed by Tim Burton. Tim Burton was like, you know what? I love Frankenweenie so much.
He's like, let me animate it. Let me animate
Frankenweenie.
You're right. That is weird.
He loved it so much that he had to reboot it.
Look at how weird that dog is. It's like an actual dog. That's Frankenweenie.
Weird. They messed up a dog.
They really poor dog.
Yeah,
you can watch it on Disney Plus.
What?
Ladies
I'm
and
not
gentlemen,
watching that. Don't go
watch
don't
the
watch
original Frankenweenie, 1984.
What we can do now with you bringing it up, we can do. I did one commentary as an exclusive episode on the podcast. We can do a commentary on that. A movie commentary. Yes.
Yes. Watch the Frankenweenies.
Yeah. I think that is. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have another thing here, but it's like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Is there anything that you guys want to mention? We have about 20 minutes. So it's like, if there's anything that you guys want to talk about or want to mention.
What was I gonna? I mean, I don't know if you've watched any of Peaky Blinders, but they're coming out with a new season.
New season.
And Michael and I are very excited to watch that.
What is that?
Well, Mike, you could probably explain it better than I can.
Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
It's a show on Netflix right now. I mean, it's about the dirty, dark underworld of London, gangsters in London. I'm a big gangster guy.
He is. He watches all the
I love the mob movies, and this is about like a British gang. It's got Cillian Murphy in it.
Yep.
And who just is a great actor, great production.
So far, the 2 episodes have come out.
Yeah.
The first one's 9.4, the second's 9.8 right now on IMDb. Yeah, it's high. I mean, there's not a ton of ratings yet, but
I love it though.
There's a lot of final seasons of shows coming out this
year. Stranger Things.
Yes.
They're splitting it into 2 parts.
Yep.
I think they're doing that with multiple shows.
Better Call Saul. They're doing that with Better Call Saul. Yep.
Another show.
And that's the final season.
I stopped after season 2. I just found it boring.
Sure.
But I should
you got to get back into it because season 3.
Should I rewatch it or should I just hop right in?
Maybe like read a summary of the first 2 seasons,
very hype,
and then
I like that.
Jump in at the 3rd season because you're right, it is slower the first 2.
Yeah, just look up YouTube
and then it picks
season.
Up and season
everything
4
wrong
especially.
With Better Call Saul.
No,
not that one.
Better Call Saul season 1 recap, bang, 10 minutes. Better Call Saul season 2
I'm sure there's
recaps.
Bang, there's got to be recaps on YouTube.
Dude, I've kept up with. I've been.
Because I know
this is like a little confession right now. Can we do this? I literally, I have a coach back in the day. He was my basketball coach in high school, and he keeps texting me about Walking Dead because he's been a diehard. I used to be really into Walking Dead, and then I kind of stopped. Mm-hmm. But he always texts me about the new episodes, and I'll just text him lies, and I'll just I'll read the reviews in the finals, and I'll just be like, wow, that was great.
You'll watch a summary
the final
of that.
season of The Walking Dead is here. You should probably watch some of that.
Did it all come out? All the episodes are out?
Or they're in the second part of it. Like there's 3 different parts. There's 3 different parts that they're doing.
No one is around that even care about. Like, I mean, they turn it into such a weird show.
Rick Grimes is returning to it. And to
Andrew Lincoln?
Yeah. He's returning into
Rick Grimes, you're saying. Oh, I
well,
get you.
I'm his character. He's returning in the final season. I don't know which part.
Well, that wasn't that weird. Don't you think that was weird?
Yeah,
I don't left.
Well, see, the thing is, like, if they're just going to end it, because they sort of kill him off in was it season 10 that they kill him off, or was it halfway or season 9?
Halfway of season 10, I believe.
Okay,
or season 10 ending, I think. I can't remember.
It's like, and they fake his death, but then there's like, okay, yeah, now we're going to end the season in season 11. It's like, I just not just tell him. It's like, okay, we can keep you on for two more seasons. But I think the problem is that season 11 is like going to be like the longest season ever.
Yeah, there's going to be 24 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's the thing, and this is what happens when a show gets too long, is that you can't hold a really compelling story for that long. And it's just like any show, you can't hold people's attention for that long on the same narrative. And so I'm
looking at season 10 right now, and on IMDb, the 21st episode is 4.2 on IMDb rating, and then the 22nd episode, the last episode.
Which one was
9.2?
Which one did Rick?
It's called.
I think the last episode of the season. I think it was that one.
Which season? 10.
10. I think so.
I can look.
But here's the thing, though. I actually don't. But here's the thing. Is that you can't hold a show for that long. I get it why they have it this long. And here's the thing that people don't talk about too much. Here's the thing. When you're on a production and you know the cast and crew really well, you know these people, the sound guy, you know the boom operator, you know the cameraman, you know all these people.
It was season 9.
It's season 9. But you don't when you know all these people, you know, like, these people are feeding their families, this sound guy, the boom operator, the microphone, like, they're just trying to just keep it going because they're like, you know what, we found something and we're just going to keep going until it dies, basically. Yeah, now they're going to end it. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And one comment came from Stephen Amell when he was like saying, we're going to end the Arrow series because he didn't want to do it anymore. He felt bad for doing that because he's putting a bunch of people out of business. That's what, that's like the one thing that he said. And so it's like, okay, that's nice that's nice that he thinks about that type of stuff. And
like, you're actually aware of
he actually cares about the workers.
I just think Walking Dead has just been going on for way too long. There were beats to end it, and they didn't, and they should have, in my opinion.
I think when after they got to that new town after the prison burned down, I forget what is it Alexandra is the name?
The prison burned down at the end, or season 3, and then
like
season 4. Yep, and then 5 is when they all split up. 6, they got all back together in Alexandria, and they could have ended it there. And that would have been a longer show, but it would have been great. It was like, okay, that's good. The best ending, I think, is the end of season 3, personally, because that was like they got to the prison, and everyone's there. It's utopia. We're good. Like, you could be done there. But they wanted to keep going. Okay, they could have ended it at 6 because they ended it. They're all happy. But then after 6, they made it into like here's a kingdom here, and like this is he calls himself the king.
Like a Zootopia thing that's going on.
It was weird. It was just like there was like dynasties and people
I was so far in. I was like, at this point, I just might as well stay along and see and hit how it ends. And so I was like, that's the one thing that I'm looking forward to, is like, how are they going to wrap this up? How are they going to conclude all of these characters and these storylines? Like, we have Negan, we have Maggie, we have Rick Grimes now returning, and he's supposed to have 3 movies, but we still haven't got them yet. And so it's like, are those movies going to come out before the final season to see his story arc in that, to see his arc revolve in this? It's like, okay,
who knows?
There was trying to think. There was one thing that I thought of during that topic, and I forgot what it was. What was that?
For The Walking Dead.
No, it was something. It was something else, but I didn't think I was going to go that deep into it to forget about the topic. Trying to think of it. Is there anything else that you guys saw throughout? Let me see.
We just got back from, yesterday we watched the Batman.
We did, yes. So we're fresh off of that. So that's about all we have.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
What would you rate the Batman?
Oh, That's a good one.
I rated it a 4 out of 5.
I rated 4 out of 5 also, so that's like an 8 out of 10. Yeah.
First thing I heard 4 out of 10, I was like, oh.
No, 4 out of 5. Yeah,
I thought it was very fun.
I thought, it definitely. Well, funny story. We saw one of the Oscar-nominated films the night before watching the Batman, which
also
3 hours long. 3 hours long. It's called Drive My Car. Maybe you've heard of it. It's nominated for like Best Picture and Best International Film. But anyway, we saw that movie, 3 hours long. We almost couldn't stay awake for it. It was so slow. And then we see another 3-hour movie, which is the Batman. And I was like, this is an exponentially better 3-hour movie because at least it was intense the whole movie. I mean, they kept you on the edge of your seat pretty much the whole movie for the Batman. And so that was kind of funny. We were talking about that on our podcast. Like, wow, we watched they were almost the exact same time, the length. There was like 2 hours and 55 and 2 hours and like 53 or something.
There's supposed to be two shows coming to HBO Max in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
And there's the 2 sequels.
I really liked Colin Farrell's Penguin. That was Colin Farrell.
I couldn't recognize him at all.
Dude,
I couldn't recognize his voice or his physical,
which
like
just
his
shows you
face.
how good of an actor he is. Like, it was completely unrecognizable. The makeup department killed it. Like, well
those
done.
people need to get more work. They definitely be shown.
I saw this little.
Who needs de-aging? Just put makeup on.
No, give him all the makeup.
I saw this little Easter egg that said he went into a caribou or something in full penguin attire.
No,
really? And he was like ordered, and he noticed everyone in the place was staring at him because they're so intimidated by him. And like, I would freak out if I saw him like
burly,
huge.
His face is all
walk right in. His face is scarred.
Did they say like how long that his makeup took? Like
how?
I don't know. I should
show,
look that up.
dude. Imagine
he's being he's one of the shows as well.
If you're Colin Farrell, you're killing the game.
He must be hot in that.
Dude, that's gonna be a horrible experience of a show for you to do that all the time.
And we don't even know how long the show is as well. It might be 8 episodes, but that's still terrible.
But if it's gonna take you, if you're shooting like for over a month and you're doing makeup every day,
you went to Starbucks in penguin makeup.
That's hilarious.
That is so good.
It's understandable. I guarantee he probably did it in a week. All those scenes in those movies, I guarantee he did it in a week.
But dude, every day, 5 hours a day to get makeup done. I mean, that's so much. Like, that's torture.
Unless it's like a younger version of him where he doesn't have to put that much makeup on.
Actually,
I can see that.
Okay, well, yeah, it says it took him 3 hours every day to transform.
Nasty still.
Wasn't Gamora's like worse? Like,
for sure. Gamora for sure took it worse.
Oh wait, no, 4 hours now. Okay.
Oh.
It keeps going up.
Did he get 5? I predicted 5. Can you give me one more for 5?
He had to get paid way more than Robert Pattinson to do that. He had to.
I don't know. Maybe.
He'll get paid for the show for sure. He'll probably get more in the long run.
Like, imagine getting paid just to sit 4 hours in one spot.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You have to get paid a lot. You have to really get paid, especially with his name. But there's one topic that I just found. It's that a brand new Alien movie is heading to Hulu. Please no. Because I love Alien. And I don't mind Alien Covenant, but the story that they left us on is like, wait. So an AI created this whole entire specimen of a creature. Mm-hmm. That's just boring.
Mm-hmm.
That's just boring. And so
another Alien movie is just another example of people trying to squeeze the last drop of blood out of the dead horse that they have on
this
a
also
rack.
shows that no one cares. They're like, well, we just gotta put them on. It's gotta put it on Hulu now because no one's gonna go out and see it.
They're desperate.
Yeah,
they're desperate.
That's crazy.
Disney is holding Hulu's.
And after what Ridley Scott has been saying about comic book movies and all that, it's calling our audience stupid. It's like no one's gonna watch it.
I agree.
Insulting the people saying like, oh, you're stupid because it doesn't have technology or social media in the movie, so that's why my movie bombed. It's like no. Your movie. I haven't seen the last. What is it?
Like the last duel. That was what he was saying. He was saying everybody's just on their phones and they don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't see the last duel, so I don't know if it's actually good or not.
I actually started the last duel. I forgot to tell you that.
I want to hear what you think
HBO Max?
No, it was on Netflix, or I don't know, HBO Max. I don't know. We have them all. It's like we have them all. No.
Wow, bragging. Okay.
Well, we just like I don't know what it was on, but it was on something. We turned it on, and then the girl and I were like, you know what? Let's watch something else.
Yeah, it's a very heavy.
It's heavy. And we were like, you know what? We want to have a fun time.
Yeah.
You know, let's watch it. Let's watch like Baby Driver. You know, let's get back to the good.
Michael's favorite movie.
I love that. It's great.
Watch Drive.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie too.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm curious what they will do with that, I guess, now just hearing about it, because it was literally, that was like a 2-day ago article, which is like, oh, all right, well, that's interesting. If I'm just figuring this out now, I don't think anyone knows.
Yeah, they haven't hyped
because there's
it
a Predator,
up at all.
also a Predator movie coming out on Halo as well.
Yeah,
it's like it's supposed to be like in like way ancient times or like something like that.
The ancient Predators.
Yeah. I mean that timeline's already screwed up as it is, because they like say like, oh, this is the first time that we have ever seen this, but now you're having a Predator that happened like in 18,000 B or whatever. Okay, all right, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nutty. I thought everyone was a Predator back then.
What?
I hope I don't get canceled for this.
I didn't know that. No, you won. I promise.
I don't know. People take things way too serious for that. Like, you can't say certain things anymore now.
You can beat me. I've been beat.
You can beat. Wait, what is happening?
I mean like beat that out.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
I ain't any of this. So.
Austin, this is when you know
we got off the rails here.
We've gone too far. We gotta pull the ship. We gotta pull the chute before we really crash.
No, we'll get closest to the water as we can. At this point, we might as well start pulling shots. Have a shot episode or something.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be great. But I do agree. Back to the topic that you were saying way at the beginning though about Marvel and like the direction. I think they got a good step forward with what they're doing and where they're going. Like, especially I was just thinking because I just saw the Doctor Strange.
Okay.
We were talking about
the trailer.
I was trying to figure out how you loop back to Marvel, Alien and Marvel. But
it's all kind of like spaceships and stuff like that.
I mean, it's Disney.
It's all
Alien
franchises. It's all franchises.
It's all Disney. Yeah, franchises kind of what I'm thinking too. Well, and like I think the director too of a lot of the Marvel movies just has a lot more.
Well, without Kevin Feige, the Marvel universe wouldn't be the way it is. He really truly cares about it. So if something bad would happen, he'd be like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that."
And juxtapose. And who even is the director of like Alien, right? Like
I think it's Ridley Scott.
Oh, okay. Well, I do know Ridley Scott, but I mean,
he hasn't been
I don't
good
know
in a
though.
while.
But it's like and it's like Alien. We've already seen that.
Yeah.
Versus like with Marvel,
Like, well, how much more can you explore with the Alien universe? Like, the one thing that we wanted was more of the origin of the alien, but you can't even do that right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Well, there's a lot of people out there like, well, you gotta. That's what the writer wanted. That's how the director wanted. So you got to respect that. No, I'll respect it, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. So it's like, if I think it's dumb and stupid, it's like, why did you take like a perfect organism just created by an AI?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Stupid.
Once again, thank you for the Slice of Life, for joining me, Isaac and Mike. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm really sorry for the delays and all that. At least I'm still uploading on the YouTube channel. That is still a thing. At least that's not going to go anywhere. I just don't know how much longer I can do this. This might come to officially end. I don't know if I can't get anyone to come on just a weekly basis or something, or I might have to change it up where I don't do new people anymore. It's just the same people same person. Turn this into more of a team podcast, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how things turn out. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.